Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Hit My Mic. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm excited to have a mail day video. And not everything was delivered via mail. I did go to a card shop this weekend with family. Picked up a couple of things there. Yeah, you're gonna see all the cool stuff that I got over the weekend. And everything was either delivered yesterday or I acquired over the weekend. So really new stuff for my PC, and I'm excited to share with you guys. And so let's see, I'm gonna save the box for last because I'm gonna have to open it a little bit off screen so that way I don't reveal where I live. So I am gonna do one pack opening at the end, so stick around for that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I am super thrilled. I made a deal with someone on Instagram. Actually, I don't remember the username, but I followed them recently, like a few weeks ago. We connected through Instagram and was able to secure this Diamond and Pearl Arcanine Hollow, which is really nice. And he also threw in a few cards, and you might not know where these sets are from. I actually don't know the set of this one for the Arcanine. I just thought for 30 bucks, pretty minty hollow, I couldn't pass that up. Really nice deal. These loose cards they were freebies because I also bought the Machoke, the Machop, and the Poliwhirl. So this one's from, you can tell by the L1 here, this is Japanese Legend, which is in English, the Heart Gold, Silver era. And this one, the L1 in blue, because there's also an L1 in red, which would be the Ho-Ho, right? Heart Gold. This one is the Lugia one, the Soul Silver collection. So it's just a regular uncommon. I really love this set in this era of cards, so definitely had to pick up a few. He had a really good deal on them. This little blemish is on the top loader, not the card. It's pretty minty. Really nice looking cards there. I love the borders of this era. Not the traditional yellow. It's a little off a cream color. A little bit of color that spills over from the main part of the card, which is cool. So this one's from Clash at the Summit, L3. So in English we have 4 sets, right? Heart Gold, Soul Silver base. We have Unleashed, Undaunted, and Triumphant. And in Japan we had the 2 base set, basically Heart Gold and Soul Silver collection. Then we have L2, which is Reviving Legends, and then L3 we had Clash of the Summit. And they had a special promotional set. I don't think it's L4, it might be, but that one's known as Lost Link, which has the Mew Prime, it has the Gengar Prime, and I believe it has the Absol Prime. Let's see here. Yeah, so this one's from Heart Gold collection, this one's from Soul Silver collection. Really nice cards. Gonna add that to the binder, so thrilled about that. What should I go into next? Yeah, so today, this one was a pickup for today. This is a Street Fighter PSA promo, and so they gave out last year in June, actually. They had a Street Fighter magazine promo pack, and I think I'm gonna keep this one sealed. I want to, anytime I see these for less than 20 bucks, I try to scoop it up. I want to have like a whole collection of these sealed. I think it'd be pretty cool to have. You know, the hollow foil and the pack's pretty cool. But here's the checklist of what they have. I'm trying to look after cards that are from the ice out of 50, and on the left column I feel like there's so many different renditions of the serialized 100 cards. They're like really common. I'm gonna try to like narrow down my focus and going after cards more on the left side of these columns. And so this is in collaboration with Saturday Morning Cards, and they have, I should have got it for the video. I got a box from them a few weeks ago. It's kind of expensive, but it's a really nice display piece, and it has 2 cards, and you know, they have serialized chases. And this was in collaboration with Saturday Morning Cards, Street Fighter themselves, obviously, and PSA for their magazine. But Saturday Morning Cards has their own Street Fighter set, and I think they're so cool. The artwork is really nice, really beautiful cards. And I am gonna try to start a collection. This is I've opened like 3 or 4. I haven't got any serialized. I've had to buy my own, but I'm gonna try to stack these. So anytime I see any on eBay for less than 20 bucks, I will snatch them up. And if you guys have any of these promo packs around, I'll buy it $20 shipped if you're willing to. So take them off your hands. These are so cool. Put this here. What else is next? Sticking with Street Fighter, I don't think there's any info with my address here. I discovered these Street Fighter amiibo cards. I won a couple slabs on Fanatics about a month ago, and they're still there. I haven't shipped them, but I like the way these look. The back is pretty cool, and I believe these come in a starter. This was like, it came across my suggested on eBay, like $2. I was like, why not? Sea Viper's a pretty cool character. Let's see. Switching gears, let's go back to Pokemon. And I bought a couple of cards from, I think it was Boron Games on eBay. They have a lot of Japanese cards for sale. And I really like the mid-era stuff, guys. Huge fan of it. And I believe I gotta get this out of here. Yeah, so we have the Holo Noctowl from Heart Gold Collection. Beautiful swirl, right? Dead center. Really cool card. Actually have the Pseudo Wudo and what else did I order? Oh, the Clefairy or the Clefable Holo from, I think, Heart Gold in the mail. Should be coming in later this week, but didn't want to wait around for that to do this video. Really nice artwork. And then this Go-Go, I know, or Skiddo. I know it's not the most popular Pokemon, but I really like the promo stamp here. It was super cheap, and I said, why not? Just do it. Because initially I was just buying this, but I saw this in their store. It was cheap. Why not? Throw it into the cart. Okay, so with PSA being backed up and they're not accepting submissions, I predicted, or my prediction is, you're going to see a lot more minty cards for sale, as people that are, you know, vendors, businesses, flippers, whatever label you want to put on them, they're going to look to flip these quicker to make their margins, right, to keep it pushing. So I think more minty, like PSA 9, PSA 10 cards are going to be more readily available. And I think I may have bought one of the mintiest cards from this era that I've seen for myself in a very long time. I'm not trying to take it out, mess with it, but I inspected it yesterday, and this scratches on the top loader. I took it out, looked at it with the, you know, the angle, the glare, and there's like no scratches. I think there's like one like tiny blemish like on the edge there, like a little nick, but it's hard to see on the camera here. I can't really see it in person either. I think this has a genuine shot at a PSA 10, but if it gets a 9, even an 8, I'll be very happy, because the price I pay for it, I think I would break even with the PSA 8. But this is staying in my collection. I'm really hanging on to this era, the Legend. It's really a toss-up for me. The XY era had a bunch of cool promos, but I'm really digging the Legend era for their promos. So many good cards, a lot of grails that I'm after. So definitely hanging on to this. I have to get the Lugia at some point. I'm gonna look to get a PSA 9 or maybe a PSA 8, just depends, down the road. I'm really sticking with my convictions here, guys. That I know that there's institutional money, there's all kinds of craziness with Pokemon, but I really do believe that we're gonna have some sort of crash. But the thing is, we don't know. It's hard to predict these things. I just can't see this market continuing to just trend upwards. Like, at some point, it's got to level out at the very minimum. If it levels out, it doesn't really crash, I mean, that's okay, but man, we just need some stagnation periods. It is crazy, but I'm really excited to have this in my collection. I do want to grade it eventually. Might consider CGC. I think you can get a Gem Mint CGC 10. I don't know about a Pristine, but I do think that it can get a PSA 10, so I'm gonna weigh my options. Just gonna keep this here. Moving on to, let's see. Let's go ahead and get into Avatar. So I'm a huge Avatar The Last Airbender fan. Fun fact, so the very first episode I ever saw, so mind you, this show came out when I was like a junior or senior in high school, so my little brothers were more into it at the time. And I remember I was randomly watching, they had it on TV, and I just like, I was doing something on the couch, like on my phone or whatever, and then the episode came out where they're looking for Wan Shi Tong's library, and I had no idea who Wan Shi Tong was. And they came across the anthropologist. I thought that was pretty cool because considering I have a degree in anthropology, so I'm really interested in that subject. And I thought it was pretty cool that they had like the stereotypes of the anthropologist. And when they discovered Wan Shi Tong's library, and I saw this character and the way he sounded, the way he moved, like, seemed very spooky, very scary, and I thought it was so cool. And so that episode alone kind of hooked me into the series. So I went back and watched it, and I watched the whole animated series like at least once a year. I joke to, like, you know, friends and family, like, I need to watch it once a year so it can purify my soul. Like, it's such a good show. I'm excited. I liked the first season of the live action. I thought they did a pretty good job. I'm excited for upcoming, I believe in the next week or two it's supposed to come out, season 2, so I'm excited for that. Toph is going to be in there. And then speaking of Toph, we got the Badger Mole Cup. And actually, aside from those neon color hollows that are like super valuable in the Magic the Gathering set, this is like one of the more playable cards, if I'm not mistaken. This is like the most expensive card that's not one of those hollows. They have a hollow version of these cards, but these are like the most valuable of the non-hollows. So yeah, wanted to add this to my collection. I got to put together an Avatar binder because I have Weiss Schwarz Avatar as well. So cool cards there. And then one of the last things I got in the mail is we got the Kitana, the Mortal Kombat IMAX promo. It's something's going on with like people and their listings. Like, it's hilarious because right now I think I should just be stacking up on packs, because a lot of these cards people are selling for like 10, even 15, $20, and even for like the less popular characters, and packs are selling between like 20 and 30 bucks. So like, you might as well buy the packs to just open the cards, because even though those cards are like selling for like 10, 15, 20 bucks, they're selling, which is really interesting. So my focus has been on buying booster packs, which in any case I am gonna open my next thing. So I got the Kitana. This is one of the more expensive ones, but I got this for $13 with $5 shipping, so it came out to be like 20. I see it sell for like 20, 25 bucks. So don't know about this white. I think it's this white mark has to be with the packaging, because the card itself, the listing didn't have any of that. So I'll inspect that later. But these cards are so cool. And then before PSA shut down, I remember a month before the movie came out, I had requested to see if PSA would be willing to grade these, and they never got back to me. So maybe I'll try CGC, who knows. But this is cool. Put this in the binder for now. And I didn't order any sports cards, but behind here we have the Mortal Kombat booster pack. And I have 2 of my own, but the seller is a sports card collector. He sells a lot of sports on his eBay. You got Saquon Barkley. His first year in Philly, he was dominating. Last year was an off year for them. Jeremy Rucker. Let's see. We got Khalil Shakir. He did okay as a late round fantasy pick. And then Kyle Pitts. He had a nice little year. He got a franchise tag this offseason. Interesting. I'm not a sports guy. If you're watching this actually and you like sports, you collect football cards, if you can find my Instagram, hitmon_Mike on Instagram, hit me up. I will literally ship these out to you for free, the football cards. So I like football. I'm just not a card collector, and I don't have enough money, man, to collect sports as well. I'm sticking with TCGs and things like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. So I think I will open this at the very end. And and one last thing from the mail. We have ourselves a slab. I picked it up. I like the packaging they give on this. But a First Ed Neo Destiny Light Jolteon. So super excited for this pickup. Yeah, super dope card. I remember I bought this card, I want to say in March or February. And I thought I got a good deal, but the reason why I got a really good deal was because it was unlimited. And so I have the Vaporeon and Flareon from this set, so I had to get the Jolteon. Unfortunately, I paid more than I wanted to, but yeah, I had to snag this one. I FOMO'd a little bit on this, but I'm just glad I have it in my collection, and it'll sit nice and pretty with the other evolutions from the Neo Destiny set. All right, so real quick, so a couple in-person pickups before I open the Mortal Kombat pack. I did get some packs, and I am not going to open these for now. Funny stories, how I got these, because if you've been following the channel, you know me on Instagram or whatever, I don't open English very often, very rarely in the last couple of years. And the reason is just the craziness of the prices is wild to me. But I came across these two packs because my wife, her friend called us when we were on our way to date night on Saturday, which is funny. We were on our way, and then my wife put her on the speaker in the phone, and she was like, "Hey," because my wife whenever she tells her friends whenever they see Pokemon cards in the wild to let her know, and she'll send them money to buy it for me, which is honestly super super sweet and wholesome. And she was like, "Hey, does your hubby want some Pokemon cards?" And she was like, "Yeah, he's on speaker." And I was like, "Yeah." And so I asked, what sets are there? And then she was like, it says Ascended. I was like, "Give it to me." And then she's like, "Okay, it's a limit 2. And then do you want another one?" And then I was like, "What's the next one?" It says Destined Rivals. I was like, "I'll take it." And so there was only one of this left. But the reason why it was available, because I was thinking it was a vending machine at the store. I figured she was talking about Vaughn's or Albertsons. No, it was a vending machine, an unofficial one, at some market by her house, and they were selling these for like $18 a pack. I was like, damn. I felt bad because I didn't want to tell her no. She was excited. It was like one of her first times finding them, and she really wanted to, get them for me. I just didn't have the heart to tell her no, so I said, "Okay, just get it for me." So I spent about $55, $54 I think, on these 3 packs. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I am going to maybe display them, or maybe I'll open them, but not in this video. And then the last thing before I open this Mortal Kombat pack is that I got these 2 Raikus. This one actually, I'm very surprised that this was so cheap. I got it for $35 on Sunday. And it's a very minty copy. And so it kind of gives credibility to me with my prediction that more mint cards are going to be available. So hopefully that becomes the case, so I can start scooping them up and wait for PSA to open up later. Or maybe I'll just send to CGC or another grading company. But this one was a little bit more expensive and not as clean, actually. Little white nick here, but the rest of the card is pretty clean. So I really enjoy Raikou. I don't know if you can see the top of the head of Raikou right here on the playmat, but pick these up. All right, so I had a really fun week getting some cards. So let's go ahead and open this up. I think in the next month, I am going to be scooping up these Street Fighter PSA packs and these Mortal Kombat IMAX packs, because I have a feeling these are going to do really well in the future. I'm still trying to complete the set. The chase for me is the the Mortal Kombat poster card. I have the Johnny Cage poster. I pulled it miraculously about a month ago. So let's go ahead and open it like this. And we got Johnny Cage. So this is my duplicate Johnny Cage. Next we have Jax. I haven't had Jax yet. Let me see, number 2 is Bihan, super dope, or Noob Saibot. And number 1 is Baraka. So this is a duplicate for me. So my duplicates in this pack are Johnny Cage and Baraka. I'm gonna see if I can sell these two. I have a duplicate of Kung Lao. If you're interested actually in Johnny Cage or Baraka or the Kung Lao that I have, hit me up and I'd be willing to make a deal with you. But yeah, these are really cool. But thanks for checking out the video, guys. Like I said, if you're interested in these football cards for free, just let me know. Hit me up and I will ship them to you. Just gotta find my Instagram, which is Hitmon_Mike. I mean, at that point, just give me a follow too. Give me a sub. That'd be very nice of you. But anyways, guys, appreciate the video. If you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.